This is video part 2 of 4.3b. Let's go and continue with the problems. So question B, x over 5 plus x over 2 is equal to 7. Let's find our LCD there. The LCD, hopefully you found it already, to be 10. So we're going to multiply every term in this equation by 10. So we'll have 10 times x over 5 plus 10 times x over 2 is going to be equal to 10 times 7. And then we're going to go and simplify this a bit, clean it up. So that 5 cancels out. This becomes 2 because 10 divided by 5 is 2, so we have 2x. This 2 cancels out. This becomes 5 because 10 divided by 2 is 5, so plus 5x. And then that's going to be 10 times 7, which is 70. Now we can go and simplify and then solve. So we'll get 2x plus 5x is 7x is equal to 70. And then we can simply do our inverse operation of multiplication, which is the division. So divide by 7 on one side, on the left side. We have to do the same thing on the right side. And so we get x is equal to 10, just like that. Let's try this for question C. So we have to find our lowest common denominator. In this case, we only have one fraction. So since we have one fraction, what we'll actually do first is simplify a little bit. So we'll isolate the variable first by sending the constant to the other side, and then afterwards we will get rid of our lowest common denominator. So in this case we have w over 3 minus 7 plus 7, to get rid of the minus 7, is equal to 13 plus 7. And so minus 7 plus 7 is 0, so w over 3 is going to be 20. And then you can get rid of your lowest common, you can get rid of your denominator by multiplying everything by the lowest common denominator, or using the inverse operations technique. Our lowest common denominator in this case is 3. There's only one denominator there, so 3 is going to be that. So we'll multiply everything by 3, so we'll get 3 times w over 3 is equal to 20 times 3. And so the 3 and 3 cancel out here. And so we get w is equal to 20 times 3, which is 60. Just like that. So now we'll try question D and then move on to E after. Again, hopefully you're pausing the video and trying this yourself first. So here we have 3k over 5 minus 6 is equal to k over 3. So we need to find our lowest common denominator in this case over here. So it looks like our lowest common denominator is going to be 15. So we'll multiply everything by 15. So we'll have 15 multiplied by 3k over 5. And then we'll do minus 15 times 6. And that's going to be equal to, let's fill in the 6 there. That's going to be equal to 15 times k over 3. And now we can go and clean this up a bit. So the 5 cancels out. The 15 would become a 3. So be careful here. Don't put 3k because we still have 3 here. So we're doing 3 times 3, which is 9k. So you have to be very careful there. That's a common mistake I could see students make, so be very careful. minus 15 times 6, so that's minus 90, is equal to, the 3 cancels out, the 15 becomes a 5, so 5k. And now we can isolate for our variables. We can collect all our variables to one side and constants to the other. I'm just going to choose to put my variables on the right side because I have a constant on the left side already. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of the 9k by doing 9k minus 9k minus 90, and that's going to be equal to 5k. Since I did minus 9k on the left side, I have to do minus 9k on the right side. Minus 9k. And that'll be minus 90 is equal to minus 4k. Now I can divide both sides by negative 4. The negative 4s will cancel out. And I get negative 90 divided by negative 4. You can simplify that to 45 over 2. Make sure you write it in the simplest terms. Is equal to k. If you were to write this with decimals, you would have k is equal to 22.5. Because 45 divided by 2 is 22.5. You can retry this problem, but collect the variable on the left side instead of on the right side and see that you get the same answer to make sure you're on the right path. Let's do problem E now. So k plus 2 over 3 is equal to k minus 4 over 5. And it's the same process. We need to get rid of that denominator by multiplying everything by the lowest common denominator. So the lowest common denominator here between 3 and 5 is going to be 15. So we'll multiply everything by 15. So let's do 15 times k plus 2 over 3, and I'm gonna do this in a few more steps to make sure you're understanding what's happening here, is equal to 15 times k minus 4 over 5. Now, the 3 will cancel out. The 15 will become a 5 because 15 over 3 is 5. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get this. I'm going to get 5 times k plus 2 is equal to, the 3 is gone now and that 5 is still there. This 5 cancels out. The 15 will become a 3. So now I have to rewrite this as 3 times k minus 4. And then I can go and distribute and solve. So 5 times k is 5k. 5 times 2 is 10, so plus 10 is equal to 3 times k is 3k. And then 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. I'm going to collect all the variables to the left side, and then all the constants to the right side. So I'll do that in steps. So I'll do 5k minus 3k plus 10 is equal to, and the reason I did minus 3k is because I knew ahead of time that I was going to get rid of the 3k from this side by subtracting it, minus 3k. So if I did minus 3k on the right side, I had to do it on the left side, minus 12. And so I get 5k minus 3k is 2k plus 10, that stays there for now, is equal to 3k minus 3k, it's 0, minus 12. And now I'll get the constants on the right side. So we need 2k plus 10 minus 10 is equal to minus 12. Since I did minus 10 on the left side, I have to do minus 10 on the right side as well, so minus 10. And that gives us 2k, because 10 minus 10 is 0, is equal to minus 12 minus 10, which is minus 22. And then we can do the inverse operation of a multiplication, which is a division. So divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 cancels out because 2 over 2 is 1. So we get k is equal to negative 11, just like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to check to make sure that that is actually a correct solution. So we're going to verify that k is equal to negative 11 by doing a left side, right side table. So let's set one up, left side, right side table over here. Left side is our k plus 2 over 3, so left side, right side. And remember, if our solution is correct, the left side and the right side should be equal when we put the k value into both sides. So we have k plus 2 over 3. And on the right side we have k minus 4 over 5. Let's go plug our k value in. So we have negative 11 plus 2 over 3. We have negative 11 minus 4 over 5. Notice I put the k value in brackets, and then I'm going to go and drop the brackets and evaluate accordingly. So negative 11 plus 2 will be negative 9 over 3. Negative 11 minus 4 is minus 15. And don't forget to put that 5 back there. And minus 9 over 3 is negative 3. Minus 15 over 5 is negative 3. So what we found is that the left side is equal to the right side. Therefore, k is equal to negative 11 is the correct solution. So what I would recommend is that you go back and try the problems from this this note. Try them yourselves without looking at the solution. And then once you're done, go back, look at the solution, see that you did the steps properly, you followed all the necessary steps, and you showed all of your work. That's good for the communication and for the proper form. And the only way to really develop that proper form and that proper communication and proper flow of work is to actually practice it and make it into a habit. So go ahead, try that out, and then you can go and try your homework.